There we go. Good move, Arden.
No scoreboard. We got to say the score.
I do that anyway. Often.
Go.
We are live finally. You've been watching, you hadn't been listening, so now you get to listen. 14-14, Riverside just now scored to tie this one up. Been a long battle back for the Lady Rebels, but first half was ugly. There is a banked-in jumper from Olivia Spray. ICC takes the lead back, 16-14, 6:52 to play here in the third quarter. This has been a good one, more of a defensive battle than anything. Lid has been on the bucket for both teams. Claire Womack with the ball drives. Riley Akins for three, a little strong. Rebound comes off. It's going to be off the hands of the Lady Rebels. Lady Cougars will have possession. Feels good to be on the air. We were worried we weren't going to be able to cover it, but here we are.
No doubt about that, Garrett, and I'm so thankful.
A lot of prayers.
Yeah, definitely so. Hopefully this will never happen again, or at least in a long time, but a brutal time for it to happen. But we're here. We're live. We're not going to focus on that anymore. We're focused on this great game we've got here between the Riverside Lady Rebels and the ICC Lady Cougars. As ICC leading at 16-14, you mentioned ICC came out with a pretty good size lead at one point. Riverside truly struggling to score. I think it was stuck on 3 for a while, stuck on 6 for a while, but here we sit in a 16-14 low-scoring game.
Brooklyn Berry for three, no good. Riley Akins, an offensive rebound, out to Carly Jo Womack for three, and it is not good either. Still struggling to shoot the basketball right now, Lady Rebels. Lady Cougars come away with it. Yancey with the basketball into Johnson. She drives up for two. She's going to draw the foul. Quinn Johnson, strong physical force, and she's able to get to the free throw line. Arden Vaughn on the foul. That's her second. First team foul of the quarter. Johnson rattles home the first free throw, pushes the lead up to 17-14 Lady Cougars. We'll keep you updated on the score. We'll keep you updated on the time. 18-14. Second free throw is good. 5:36 to play here in the third quarter. Womack will cross the timeline, set up the offense for the Lady Rebels.
Well, Doc, and you got to think at some point, you know, these Lady Rebels, they can score it. I mean, they're not doing it so far, but they can. We know they're capable. There's Arden Vaughn.
Unable to get anything there, but they'll shoot it. They'll hit some shots. It's just a matter of time. They can't.
Well, and hey, what did we talk about the other night when we were watching Riverside play?
They can beat you 70-29 or 30.
That's right. And the thing that's always going to keep them in a ball game is their defense, and that's what's happened tonight.
Well, thankfully they've been able to play good defense and keep this one close if you're a Rebel fan. Stevens with the basketball. She's going to get it back. In the quarter to Yancey. Yancey's going to fake the shot. We're going to get an offensive foul called on Emily Stevens. Illegal screen, I think, caught her with her hip. That's her first personal, first team foul of the quarter. So Riverside will have possession with 4:42 to play here in the third. Womack crosses the timeline. Carly Jo, that is, over to Claire Womack. I'm going to call them by the first name to make it easy at home. Three on the way, a little strong there from Berry. Womack with the hustle play off the leg of Yancey. The Rebels will keep the basketball. Akins set to inbound. Gets it to Carly Jo. Inside to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to lose it. Good steal there by Quinn Johnson, and she's on the break. Johnson end up backing it back out. Stevens for three. It's going to be just a little bit short, but Johnson's got the basketball now. Up left hand, no good. Tipped around. It's going to belong to the Lady Rebels. Spray had a look at it. Just unable to finish. And tipped around. Rebels gain possession. Womack with a drive. Left hand off the glass. No good. Tipped around again into the hand of Stevens. She's looking to push. Gets it to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson's going to back it back out. Yancey looking to set something up. 20 on the shot clock, 3:36 on the game clock. Drives in, loses the handle, goes up, no good. Rebound to Vaughn. Has it knocked away, but Lady Rebels will have the basketball. Going to get a bench warning issued to Coach Harmon and the ICC bench. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. I understand the frustration, the bang-bang call there, but
well,
don't want to see him get a tee here.
No, you don't, and just such an intense game. You can just feel it in this gym right now. Both sides just dying to win this ball game.
Well, it's a big one. I mean, this is a big game. We're going to get a foul there, a hold underneath on Olivia Spray. It's her second personal, second team foul of the quarter. Aiken set to inbound. Out to Carly Jo Womack, top of the key. Aiken's in the corner. She thought about it. Out to Vaughn. Vaughn drives. Jumper, no good. Left it short. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Quinn Johnson. Johnson going to drive. Splits a couple defenders. Up off the glass, and it's good. 20-14 the score now. ICC leads. 2:54 to play in the third.
Well, and hey, you got to credit ICC for what they've done in this ball game. Coming here as, an underdog. I wouldn't say a huge one by any means, but they've come into Riverside's home court and are winning.
The intensity is very strong on both sides. It's what you like to see in a regional final. Both crowds very into this basketball game. Lady Rebels set to inbound. Vaughn at the free throw line. Fakes, kicks out to Carly Jo Womack into the corner for Aikens. Aikens swings it across to Claire Womack. 25 on the shot clock. 2:30 on the game clock. Womack drives, left hand, a little strong. Vaughn with the rebound. Vaughn back up, gets it to roll in. Arden Vaughn with a bucket. Timeout Riverside, 20-16, 2:21 to play here in the third. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
Back here, live. It's a blessing to be able to call this game with you. If you don't want to listen to us, I guess you can mute us. If it was peaceful.
If you like it better the other way, just
tough.
mute us.
We are back. Had a buddy in a group text say, boy, it's awful peaceful the first few minutes without y'all talking.
He did. That wasn't very nice of him whatsoever.
Well, I'm going to refrain from saying anything ugly.
Yeah. And you know what? We've probably said some not so nice things about him before. But
20-16, still a defensive battle. This is going to come down to who gets to 35 first, I truly believe.
I don't know if somebody will get to 35
they may not,
or
but
not.
I think 35 may win this.
Well, I think I'll give you that.
But
I'll give you that.
I'm going to be honest. I think these may be the two best defensive clubs in the state of Arkansas and girls for sure in 2A. So definitely a battle. It's going to come down to shot making over the next 10 minutes and some change. Cougars set to inbound. Johnson will control the basketball, and she'll walk it across the timeline. Womack guarding her heavily. Yancey with the drive, left-hand drive. She's going to kick it back out to Spray. Spray looks to get it into Johnson. Johnson met with a couple defenders. She's going to dribble it back out.
Tell you what, Johnson's a player, too.
She really is a player.
She's, of course, leading the team in points right now.
And she's tough.
Yeah, she
and that
is.
makes a big difference. Spray's three on the way, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be an offensive rebound. Three on the way now from Johnson. Speaking of Johnson, she hits a big three right now, and it's a 7-point Lady Cougar lead, 23-16, a minute 37 to play.
I'm going to tell you something right now, too. David Harmon, he's been coaching a long time. I'm not even going to ask how old David is, but I'm going to tell you this. He just got up like a 25-year-old, and he told his players to get up. You talk about intensity, I love it.
Oh, absolutely. You love to see that. Carly Jo Womack with the ball for the Lady Rebels. Dribbles around, looking for something to happen here. Akins now has it over to Berry. Berry looks into Vaughn. Vaughn left hand goes up. She's going to draw a jump ball. The ball's going to go to the Lady Cougars.
Well, and I'll say this too. They are doing a good job. She's getting the ball some, not really where she probably wants to get the ball,
right.
And then they are just absolutely swarming her, and she's going to have to maybe look and kick back out.
Either that or turn and shoot a little mid-range jumper.
Yeah. She's not going to be able to dribble to the basket. That's one thing they're shutting down.
Johnson, another two there. She goes strong with her left hand and finishes. Up to the largest lead of the game now for the Lady Cougars, 25-16 with just under a minute to go in the third. Womack looking to get something going here. She dribbles left, pass over to Berry. Berry now over to Vaughn. Vaughn to Claire Womack, over to Akins. Akins thought about it, hesitated, pulls up, jump stop, goes up, no good. Ball out of bounds, going to belong to the Lady Cougars.
Riley did a good job of getting to the rim, and then made another good move to the basket. Just couldn't quite finish right there.
Spray's got the basketball now for the Lady Cougars. She gives it to Yancey. Spray dribbles it out. 3-second difference roughly between the game clock and the shot clock. So ICC can choose to take it down here. Spray's going to battle. Goes up for the shot. No good. Out to Johnson for three, and she drains it. 12-point lead now for the Lady Cougars with 10 seconds to go in the third. Riverside just does not have an answer right now for Quinn Johnson. Womack dribbles in, loses possession. Johnson going to get it. No shot, though, at the buzzer. 28-16 the score. Lady Cougars in control of this one. We're going to send it to commercial. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. You're watching NEA Sports Network.
Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible.
We are back. Fourth quarter action. Riverside going to have to figure out something offensively if they want to get back in this game. Unable to hit shots. Just can't get anything to fall right now. All the credit in the world to the Lady Cougars. They are playing with their hair on fire. Akins trapped outside. Gets in the corner to Berry. Berry for three. That's going to be strong. Back iron. Rebound Lady Cougars and Olivia Spray.
Rebels just struggling tonight to shoot the basketball. Very uncharacteristic-like. But still time in this one. Of course, ICC is not planning to go anywhere, especially that young lady right there.
Quinn Johnson has taken over this game.
Yes, she has.
18 of the 28 for the Lady Cougars. She has single-handedly outscored the Lady Rebels. She'll step to the line to try to extend the lead. First free throw a little short. Briley Travis into the game for the Lady Rebels. They need a three-point threat. She offers that. Johnson's second free throw rattles home. 13-point lead. 29-16, 7:20 to play. Womack crosses the timeline. Screen at the top of the key by Vaughn. Claire Womack drives left, inside, pull-up jumper off the glass, and it's good. Boy, do the Lady Rebels need that. Been a long drought. Stuck on 16 for quite some time.
Well,
29-18 now.
And isn't it crazy? You know, you got 2 games in a row where you are just shooting lights out, and then, you know, And it's one of those things, as my dad was calling the first night with us, he's like, as a Rebel fan, you're hoping, hey, let's save a few of those for later on.
Oh, yeah. You know, if you
doesn't work that way.
Spread them out, you would, you know. Johnson's jumper to free throw line, a little strong back iron. She gets her own rebound, and that is blocked out of bounds by Arden Vaughn.
Very athletic play there by Arden Vaughn. Johnson was well on her way to scoring another bucket and a good play.
Yancey set to inbound it for the Lady Cougars. She'll get it into Spray, but it's knocked away off of Spray. Lady Rebel basketball. Carly Jo Womack with the ball. Over to Briley Travis. Travis for three, deep three. Back iron no good. Battle for the rebound. Spray comes away with it.
That was a really good rebound by Spray. She actually had a girl, Rebel, a little bit in front of her, but an athletic play to pull that down.
Stevens with the basketball, now to Spray. Spray looking to set up the offense. She gets the ball to Johnson.
Rebels in that man-to-man defense. Uh-oh.
Almost
shot
lost
clock
the handle.
issue now.
5 on the shot clock. Johnson sees it, drives. Challenged by Vaughn. Vaughn going to force a jump ball. It's going to be Lady Cougar basketball with 1 second on the shot clock. Going to have to get something up in a hurry here. For the Lady Rebels, you don't want to foul. Force a tough shot.
Absolutely not. Or make them score from outside.
Inbounded
and that's
Yancey. We're going to shot clock violation.
Well, she had to force that quickly. I mean, she had, got her shot blocked, but she had to get something up just to have a chance.
Lady Rebels going to have to play in a hurry here. Womack with the basketball. Trying to get it to Barry, unable. Swings it over to Travis in the corner. Travis puts the ball on the floor, drives in. Jumper left short. Deflected out of bounds. Lady Cougar basketball. Timeout, Lady Rebels. 5:23 to play, 29-18, Lady Cougars. We'll be right back.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
We are back here live. 5:23 on the clock. 29-18, Lady Cougars lead this with the basketball. You don't want to say it's do or die now, but it's getting that time for the Lady Rebels. Going to have to string together some stops.
No doubt about that. And they can score quick, no doubt, but they've got to get some points on these next couple of possessions.
Spray with the basketball. Breaks the press. Over to Bailey. Bailey's jumper, and it's good.
And Tinley Bailey's just made for that shot right there. She's not going to miss it.
That is where she makes a living, about 7-8 feet.
Yeah, she's done it all tournament.
Barry's threes, strong back iron, offensive rebound by Vaughn. Knocked away by Stevens, but Vaughn comes away with it.
Trying to get some help.
Reverse layup by Vaughn, no good. Just can't seem to find anything right
now.
that's
a good move. I've seen several good moves to the basket and can't finish. And I'm not just saying Arden, several players. It's just like for Riverside, there's a little bit of a lid on that bucket tonight. Now, ICC has a lot to do with that.
They certainly do. Lady Cougars will inbound the ball, 4:37 on the clock, and a 13-point advantage. Quinn Johnson with the basketball, pulls up, out to Yancey. Yancey, Stevens now controls it. Bumped by Carly Jo Womack. Third foul of the quarter on the Lady Rebels. Into the game for the Lady Rebels, Riley Akins. Spray with the basketball. Dribbles across. Dumps down to Yancey, and they're going to get Brooklyn Berry for a foul. Fourth foul on the Lady Rebels. Next foul will be 2 shots. Yancey to inbound. He inbounds the ball to Spray. Spray thought about it, drives left, picks it up over to Bailey, out to Stevens. Spray looking to set something up, take a little time off the clock. Gets it into Johnson. Johnson turns, picks up her dribble. She's got it in the corner, short jumper, no good. Rebound Bailey, no good. Going to get called for a block. Foul's called on Lady Rebel Carly Jo Womack, and that's her 5th personal.
Wow.
She fouls out of this one, 3:58 to play in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's tough, and
You just lost your point guard.
yeah, and you know, Mackie Morgan over there is probably what you'd call your other true point guard.
31-18. Second free throw by Bailey is good. 14-point lead now for the Lady Cougars. It's not insurmountable, but
There she comes.
Get
I
close.
thought Mackie would be coming in soon.
Travis's 3, a little strong, back iron, rebound to Johnson. Johnson going to take a little time here. Dribbles through a couple defenders. Back out. Spray's going to be patient with it. She dribbles left side. Gets it to Johnson. Spray makes a move to the bucket, off the glass, and good.
That was great extension by Spray. Wow.
16-point lead now for the Lady Cougars. Arden Vaughn dribbles, spins back, going to get whistled for a foul there. Mackie Morgan into the game for the Lady Rebels. 34-18, 3:03 to play. Gonna have to hit some threes. Can't trade buckets here. Vaughn's shot off the rim, no good. Rebound by Spray. Lady Cougars with the basketball.
Well, and that play was basically for her, but, you know, and they're going to get her 10-second call, but had to try to kind of force that up and couldn't get it to fall. And now we've got a timeout. We'll go ahead and take 1-2 here on the NEA Sports Network.
Southland Gin Incorporated, located at 900 Highway 135 North in Lake City, Arkansas, is a proud supporter of the state champion Riverside Lady Rebels softball team.
Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820.
We are back, 2:47 on the clock. Lady Rebel basketball down 16. Berry going to spot up for 3, top of the key. Rims out. I mean, I'm not sure. The Lady Rebels, I think, have made 1 3-point basket tonight that I can remember. Johnson with the basketball, trap.
Yeah,
Get a foul.
She did. I mean, they're trying to trap. They're trying to get the steal, And you know what? You've got to attempt to do that at this point, and you know, it's just one of those things. You've got to try to strip that ball away.
Johnson's first free throw is good.
And she's money, so she's got yeah.
She has 21. 21 of the 36 now for the Lady Cougars. I think it's pretty evident who the player of the game is.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Barry with the basketball. Got to go in a hurry here. Morgan dribbles left. Out to Travis for three, and that is a little strong off the rim. Vaughn with a rebound up strong for two. 36-20, 2:11 to play. Stevens going to walk it up. Trying to get across half court. Trapped. They're going to get the basketball to Quinn Johnson, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Over to Stevens.
I want that ball in her hands for sure if I'm Coach Harmon.
Yancey dribbles out of trouble. Over to Spray, down to Bailey. Bailey's short jumper, and it's good. When you're trapping like that, it extends the defense, and somebody's wide open. And right there, Bailey wide open for the little short jumper.
Well, and you talk about a just jam-packed crowd. Rebel Faithful shows up, but they have been quieted here tonight with this very, very good performance by ICC. And just a night where Riverside just could not hit anything. I mean, that's just really all there is to it. When, you know, they're as good as they shot the ball the first game and even the second game is just the total opposite of what happened tonight.
Well, and as physical as Riverside typically is, I feel like ICC has been the more physical team tonight. With a rejection there, Johnson's got the basketball, 1:18 to play in this one. She's going to get fouled.
Here's what I will say for Riverside is that as much as you'd love to have the first place trophy in your regional tournament, and you've done that, I believe, 2 years in a row, it would have been nice to say you were, you know, 3 straight. I think the ultimate goal, obviously, is still intact, and if you have a choice between the two, it's an absolute and utter no-brainer. And I'm just going to use a team that I've covered a long time and love, and that's the Bay Yellow Jackets. And Brad Brannon and his teams will have won more state championships than they have regional championships. He would tell you he was jinxed in the regional. But get it out of the way, learn from it, move forward, and go make some things happen next week at Cedar Ridge.
I think you could absolutely see these two teams play again.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Hey, by the way, Quinn Johnson coming out right there, what a performance and what a performer she has been here in this tournament.
She has been stellar. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. She has been absolutely great. Ball poked away there. Lady Cougars have the basketball, and they're going to have it poked away as well. Scramble for it on the floor. Jump ball called with 56.3 to play. Going to stay with the Lady Cougars. 40-20 the score. Lady Cougars inbound to basketball. Swing it across. Going to try to use a little clock, but if you get a shot, why not? Dribbles in. Annalise Walls with the steal.
Do want to mention, Doc, we will have full coverage of the post-game presentation of the trophies and all tournament team.
3 on the way, off the mark. The Lady Cougars will have it. 33 on the clock. Shot clock off. They can dribble this one out if they so choose. And I think that's exactly what they will do.
Yeah, they're just going to hold, and they're going to win this basketball game.
Clock's going to tick down, 15 left to play, and that will do it. So the final score in this one will be ICC Lady Cougars 40, Riverside Lady Rebels 20. And all the credit in the world needs to go to the ICC Lady Cougars. They played exceptionally well on both ends of the floor. Quinn Johnson with a monster game. I believe she finished with 23.
We're going to go ahead and send it to commercial break and be back here.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Yeah. Hey. Oh. I've got to go back and forth between these cameras. I got to go back and forth between these cameras right now. So wait. You're going to go eat? It's over. And now the 2025 yeah, you go up there. Yeah. Regional Tournament champion, Riverside County Lady Cougars. Just.
Do you want to be on the floor?
There's a good look at ICC and now calling out the all-tournament team. And they are calling them out fast, too.
From Cedar County, Quinn Johnson. Olivia Spray. Mackenzie Yancey. And Kinley Bailey.
Good step out.
And from Riverside, Brooklyn Berry. Carly Jo Womack. And Briley Travis.
There's a look at the all-region team. Riverside had 3, ICC had 4, BIC had a couple. I believe East Poinsett County had a couple, and several of the teams who got beat in the first round, they also had a few, so a lot of smiling faces out there. Good to see. A lot of great basketball players out there on the floor. Been a good week of basketball. Hats off to the Lady Cougars. They played exceptionally well. Really played well tonight. So good luck to all 4 teams from our region as they make the trek next week to Cedar Ridge. Short drive for us, thankfully.
All right, so we will take a small break, and when we return, we will have pregame coverage of Cedar Ridge and ICC here on the NEA Sports Network.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be a part of the Central team.
We are Straister Brothers Construction in Blytheville, and we build industry. We're one of Middle America's top providers of construction, engineering, and design services since 1980. We are a debt-free company, own our own equipment, and complete projects on time and on budget. So from conception to completion, Straister Brothers offers all the services needed for your next industrial build. Straister Brothers Construction. We build industry. For more info, visit StraisterBrothers.com.
Empower, NEA Sports, and KJNB are gearing up to bring you the 2025 Northeast Arkansas Baseball and Softball Media Day. Wednesday, March 12th. Boys and girls high school baseball and softball teams from across the area will be on hand for interviews and to talk about the upcoming season. Wednesday, March 12th, go to KJNBTV.com to watch this important event live. KJNB, this is home.
Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
The Arts and Sciences Division at A&C is where education comes to life. Quality teaching is our hallmark, delivered by dedicated instructors passionate about your success. We lay the groundwork for transfer degrees, ensuring a seamless transition to universities. The Arts and Sciences Division offers an assortment of associate degrees, technical certificates, and certificates of proficiency. All of this comes at a fraction of the cost because we believe in accessible education without compromising quality. Experience the best of both worlds with our unique blend of face-to-face and online courses. Forge lifelong connections through vibrant social interactions. Join us at A&C, where inspiration meets innovation and your journey to a brighter future begins. Your adventure starts here. Enroll today and unlock your potential.
For 50 years, Black River Technical College has offered quality, affordable education to prepare students for the job they want. We're here to help you make a better life for yourself and your family. We're Black River Technical College.
Whether it's your home or your business, Delta Glass is Northeast Arkansas's clear choice for superior glass products and services. Delta Glass is known for their internally produced insulated glass units, providing quick and precise replacements for most all windows. If you've just completed your dream home or a recent remodel, Delta Glass provides the most sought-after custom shower enclosures and mirrors in the industry. Storefront glazing can create an inviting professional atmosphere for any business facility. Delta Glass specializes in custom design and fabricated storefront systems for all sizes and styles. If you're in need of superior glass products and services that are second to none in the region, call Delta Glass today at 870-520-6290 or visit them on Dan Avenue in Jonesboro.
Southland Gin Incorporated, located at 900 Highway 135 North in Lake City, Arkansas, is a proud supporter of the state champion Riverside Lady Rebels softball team.
Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820.
When I was growing up, I would chop cotton occasionally for my dad. He let me start working with him at the gin when I was 16. We have about 15 family farms that we are working with through the gin. A lot of those are descendants of farmers who helped raise me in the cotton gin, and now I'm starting to see the third generation. I feel like as a ginner and also as a producer that we have to do our best job for the consumer. We are trying this by being able to trace this back with DNA, to be able to not just say this is what it is, this is where it came from, but being able to prove that. All you have is your word and your work.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be a part of the Central team.
We are Straister Brothers Construction in Blytheville, and we build industry. We're one of Middle America's top providers of construction, engineering, and design services since 1980. We are a debt-free company, own our own equipment, and complete projects on time and on budget. So from conception to completion.
Want to welcome everybody back here for game number 2. It's a championship night for the regional tournament. Ryan Fletcher, the Dr. Garrett Weaver with you. We've got a great boys matchup that is about to begin. ICC Cougars coming in. They're taking on Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. Cedar Ridge, Doc, they are absolutely rolling, and they're going to be a tough team to beat. ICC, however, is very familiar with them.
Absolutely. They played each other 4 times, I think, this year. 3-1 advantage so far for Cedar Ridge, but that means nothing this time of year. Cedar Ridge playing on house money, ICC playing on house money. Came away with a really tough win round 1 against Riverside, down 22.5. Battled back, came away with a big win, came away with another big win last night. Gabe Spray has had 30 back-to-back games for the Cougars, but Province and Brown, both for Cedar Ridge, have been huge the first 2 games. Cedar Ridge looks like a team of destiny right now.
They do.
This is a really big game tonight.
You know, and for us, I'm really interested in watching the battle down low between Brown and Robbins. Obviously, Robbins, 7 foot, he's got the height advantage, but man, Brown to me is the best post player I've seen in 2A this season. And then, of course, you've got the other matchup that you talk about, the other 2 great players in Spray and Province. And, you know, of course, all those other, players have an effect on this game too, but those 2 matchups are going to be fun to watch.
Well, and what you know is, Province and Spray are going to go toe-to-toe. You know that. They're going to trade blows all night long. That's just the way that it is. But you're also going to see Brown inside play a big factor. The role players tonight may be the absolute difference in this game.
Could be. Yeah, that's
Whoever
a good point.
does the little things right oftentimes determined, especially in championship games. So I'm anxious to see how the other pieces. How does Arnhart do tonight?
Yeah.
He's played really well the last couple of games. If he has another big game tonight for ICC, that's going to factor in big time. A lot of athleticism on the floor. It's going to be who does the little things better who comes away in this one.
I think for ICC to win this game, they certainly in game 1 came out stone cold. That cannot happen. They can't wait for that second half surge. They've got to come out of the gate and at least hang with them, and then if they're for a chance to win, and then maybe go on that second half surge.
Top to bottom, Cedar Ridge is just too good. If they get a 10 or 12-point lead, they're not going to lose that. So the ICC cannot afford to get down early. Spray waited a little late in that Riverside game to get going. He's going to have to get going early tonight if they want to keep this one close.
You know, Nolan Smith, who's the assistant coach for Cedar Ridge, has been on here many times with us, and we just exchanged a look. It's just one of those things, and that's why I'm grinning. but he's been here and done this, but he's over on another side of things now.
Well, I'd
like to be in his spot.
Well, yeah, for sure. But I will tell you, he looks very confident tonight, and rightfully so. With the way Cedar Ridge is playing, with the personnel they have on the floor, it's a good time to be a Timberwolf, but it's also a good time to be a Cougar. Coming off a girls' win, the energy's high in here. I look forward to tonight's matchup. I think it's going to be intense.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and send it to a quick break and be back here in just a moment.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
All right, we have returned to action here. We're about to do starting lineups for this regional championship game. Coach Kyle McCandless and his Cougars to take on Luke Cornett's Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. Cedar Ridge will be the visiting team in the blue. And here are the starting lineups.
Well, Izzard County be the home team on the scoreboard. They're going to go ahead and announce them first.
Well, that
senior number 0, Cash Arnhart. Sophomore number 1, Cade Yancey. We spoke a little bit about him. Senior number 3, Gabe Spray. Senior number 12, Kason Black. And Robin's not getting the start tonight. Benjamin Tushek, the junior, number 21, will get the start tonight for the Cougars. Head coach Kyle McCandless. ICC, unsure of their record, 20-something and 10, I believe. Played a really brutal schedule, though, so a little bit misleading. Starting lineup for the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. Number 3, Kyle Province. He's a senior. Number 5, Ryan Barber. Number 21, Lawson Bruce. Senior number 23, Easton Griffin. And sophomore, the big man in the middle, number 35, Rylan Brown. Brown, very strong, about 6'5". He's a big physical force inside. He will attack the rim, and he will go get his own misses. He is he's a tough handle for anybody. So anxious to see these tonight. We're going to get the tip here in just a second.
Well, let me just say this. A huge shout out to our good friend and director, engineer, whatever in the world you want to call him, Marcus Carlton, on just adding a little bit of extra pizzazz to this broadcast tonight, and want to thank him and getting those starting lineups. I'm not sure what happened with the reversal there on the call, but nevertheless, we are underway here in Lake City for the championship game in the boys' side of the 2A North Regional Basketball Tournament.
They're going to take some time off the clock.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Province looks around the screen, nowhere to go. And now Griffin has the ball. Back to Province. It's 5 on the shot clock. 3 from way out, and he delivers.
I'm telling you, I don't see him miss often. When he's in rhythm, Ryan, he's as good as I may have seen in rhythm. He's just so smooth.
You've got a heck of a point. And you know what? Here's the thing on that. It's like we're just going to hold the ball. We're not really going to run much of a play, and I'm going to let the best shooter in the gym drill one from 50 feet. Why not?
It's almost Steph Curry-like.
It really, truly is.
They were never worried. Clock got down to about 9, and Province just took over.
We'll pass over to Griffin. Now Griffin gets the assist.
Yeah, it was almost too easy. Spray now with the basketball. And he does the same. I'm telling you, this is going to be a heavyweight bout between the teams, but between those two as well.
You said it would be blow for blow, and, buddy, you are right so far.
Well, that feels good to hear.
I don't say that often to you, right? There's a back door, and Province again. Doc, he's the guy that ignited everything against Bay in night number 1, and he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, a minute and a half in, and it's 5-3 Kyle Province over Gabe Spray.
Wow, that's a good point. And here's the thing. You had Arnhart down there. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to guard him.
Yeah.
But at that point,
really
it's like, okay, we'll let you shoot from almost the half-court line, surely. Shot going up, it rims out, and who will come away with it? It's going to say, oh, my, it's going in favor of Cedar Ridge.
I think that's the right call.
I think so, too.
I think Spray tried to knock it off of Brown. I think it deflected off Spray's leg last. Tough call right there. Good call by Kevin Simmons. Province now up.
3 going up by Griffin. It's good. Easton Griffin delivers.
That's a good look from Griffin. If he gets in rhythm, we talked about this last night, if he gets going, sees a few go in, the sky's the limit for him as well.
And as I've said, if he will just let the game come to him and take those shots when they come to him, he's going to knock them down. 3-pointer going up. It is no good, and there's a rebound by Bruce. Here comes the Timberwolves.
Bruce gets the task of guarding Spray, so he's going to have his hands full all night long.
Turnaround jumper, and it's nothing but net. Timeout ICC. It's 10-3. We'll take a break here on the NEA Sports Network.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
All right, we have returned here on the NEA Sports Network. Championship action between the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves and the Izard County Consolidated Cougars. And it is all Cedar Ridge so far, 10-3 to start this game. 7 of those 10 coming from Kyle Province. And Doc, he's yet to have a shot that at least wasn't from way out or contested, right?
Right, and he's yet to miss one.
Yeah, he's
not to
right.
jinx him. Arnhart with the basketball now.
And I don't know who that was to, but that's going to be Cedar Ridge basketball.
Pass deflected off the rim.
Yeah. Drive. Spins. Now he's going to put it back out for 3. No good. Rebound by Black. Arnhart's got it back to Black. Black over to the corner. Still plenty of time. 18 on the shot clock. Black to Arnhart. Oh, they had a man low opposite, and he traveled. Spray traveled. Took a step too quick, and it will be Timberwolves basketball. They're in a press. They beat it. Ryan Barber now to Griffin. Griffin looks down low to Brown. Somehow Cedar Ridge maintains possession. There's Brown on the stick back. He'll draw the foul. So Rylan Brown's going to shoot a pair of free throws. What a job by Luke Cornett. I mean,
Tremendous
my
job.
goodness. It just.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Very much so. And you know, here's the deal. Like, he's got a load of talent. Coaches don't win major tournaments and make, you know, have the opportunities to make state tournament runs without major talent. But he does such a tremendous job. He stays so composed, and he's a young guy.
Yeah. Got a lot of good years in front of him.
No doubt.
Going right in front of him.
Somebody's going to come along and offer him a multi-year contract, you know?
It could happen. It could happen.
Three-pointer from way out. Spray, and he buries it. Cuts the lead in half at 12-6, and with 3:50 to go in the first quarter, That might be a shot in the arm for ICC.
Well, that's a big-time thing. He can shoot it from anywhere on the floor.
Rylan Brown muscles his way through. He gets a second chance. And there's the third chance, but from a different Timberwolf. Ryan Barber comes in to clean up the trash, and now he's going to the charity stripe for an and one.
The calmness that Coach Cornett talks to the guys
He does, yeah.
is impressive.
No doubt. Well, it's called coaching, and that's what he does really well. There's no wild antics or anything like that. I haven't seen him scream at of course, really, and I had to, considering they've had these big leads. But he's just very calm, cool, and collected, and that's how his players play. 15-6, 3:26 to go here in the opening quarter. Three-pointer going up, no good by the Younger Spray. That one is saved and knocked off a Cougar. Good job. I believe that was by Province.
Well, you know, we spoke about it. He's both ends of the floor. He plays really well. The intensity matches the defensive end as well.
Three-pointer going up. Griffin, and he buries it. He buries it.
I'm going to tell you, they're going to be really dangerous next week in Newark.
Well, yeah. I mean, we really haven't even talked about the fact that they'll be playing in their home gym. That's
Nice
insane.
move. That's a strong finish there by Spray. They needed a bucket, and he went and got it.
And now we have a 30-second timeout. We'll take one, too, and be back here in a moment on the NEA Sports Network. We are back here in Lake City, Riverside High School for the boys' championship game. 2:51 to go in the first quarter. And, Doc, Cedar Ridge has scored 18 points, and there are still 2 minutes and 51 seconds in the first quarter.
They're just
and they've got the ball.
Efficient offensively.
Yeah, that no doubt. We're going to break. We were talking about Cedar Ridge getting to host next week, and I want to say this. I've been working very closely with the Cedar Ridge School District on some different things for that tournament. They are going all out. They're going to do it right.
I believe
tell you that right now. That school district is planning for something big, and people are going to really appreciate what they do next week. And that's talking about the school. I'm not even talking about what the team's probably going to do.
Brown with a chance to get it to 20 here. 2:32 to play.
And in checks Robbins. Of course, I mentioned just a minute ago, Benaiah Spray came into the game. He's still in, so the young freshman just trying, and you can't blame Coach McCandless, trying something different, trying something new. See if they can get something going here. Younger Spray thought about it, thinks twice. Back to him. He will shoot a three, and in and out. That'll go out of bounds. Oh. And Robbins, I think, was trying to save the ball. I think he thought it was going to be out on Cedar Ridge, but luckily it went out before he touched it. Gabe Spray over to Arnhart. Arnhart gets it to the big Robbins, and he puts it in. A nice move, and he draws a foul. That one called on, I believe, Rylan Brown. And he'll miss the free throw. skip pass. Rylan Brown will drive, baseline, and he had a little too much on that one. He gets a shot blocked by Robbins, and look at that. This time Lawson Bruce is able to gather a rebound, draw a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Well, right now I'm really impressed with Barber and Bruce, the way they battled. Brown has had some looks, but they have been right there to kind of clean things up on the offensive glass. ICC now has the basketball. Barnhart looking to set something up.
Three-pointer going up. It's no good. Rebound.
That's a clean look for Spray.
Yeah, it is. Three-pointer for Griffin.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
They are on fire.
They're not as hot as they were the other night against Bay, but it's almost as close.
I don't know how you argue that, though, because they have 24 points in 7 minutes.
I get it. I know what you're saying.
They're on pace for 96 at the moment. So I'm not sure you can say they.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know.
I mean, the quarter's not over.
I'm just telling you, were here the other night,
I get it, but I mean,
it was 17-2 in the first.
Maybe it's not as much of an advantage, but
Yeah.
they still have 24 points.
Yeah, no, you're right. Spray looks to make something happen. Can't get a shot off now. There is no shot clock. 20 seconds. And he will look to dribble, drive, runs out of room. There's a wide open three, no good. And that is going to end the first quarter. Seemed like a long first quarter. Cedar Ridge on top, 24-10 here on the NEA Sports Network.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
Back here live in Lake City, 24-10 Cedar Ridge leads. We've had the privilege all week of having Brandon Theses next to us as he's helped out signing officials for this week. He's got his grandson sitting with him right here next to us that you can see down here on the screen. If you just look to the left of my bald spot, gaping bald spot, you'll see him. With that being said, we are back in live for some action.
Barnhart looking to drive now. Kicks it out to Robbins. No reset. 17 on the shot clock. Spray pull-up jumper. Rolls out.
There's
nice job right there. That's a big-time follow by Kason Black. Super athletic right there to tip it in for two. Cuts the deficit to 24-12. ICC going to have to figure out a way to slow this freight train of an offense at least a little. I'm not sure they can. I'm not sure anyone can.
I'm telling you, Doc, it's
tough finish there by Providence. That gives him 7. Griffin,
they're going to force me to drive to Newark every day next week. Oh, man. Good save right there by, that was Arnhart. Now let's just bear this in mind. I mean, they're down 14. There's a lot of game left to be played. We have seen ICC surge. They've just kind of weather this storm and hope that maybe, just maybe, Cedar Ridge can cool down a little bit.
You got to just stay in it. Give yourself a chance.
Right.
It's not that ICC has played poorly.
No, I don't think so at all. There, that one was slightly blocked, and that goes out of bounds, and Cedar Ridge is going to have the basketball, and we've got a new Cougar checking in. That is number 24, Garrett Dillard.
Providence just walking it up the floor, taking their time.
Brown make a move, and Robbins blocks a shot. So that's the second time Robbins has blocked his shot tonight. I think he's doing a better job of defending him in this championship game than in the district last week. Brown hasn't had to do much, though, with the hot shooting of Griffin and Province, who hit one from right where he was at. He'll just dribble in a little bit, take a little bit of an easier shot right there, and it's 28-12.
Just about every shot he shoots is an easy shot.
And here's the crazy thing, and I get it's only the second quarter. He's got 11, and it feels like he's got 111. Like, I'm looking up, it's 11, but I mean, he's on pace, my gosh, for 40 points.
Yeah. He and Easton Griffin both.
Yeah. There's a lay-in by Ryan Barber. It is an 18-point lead for Cedar Ridge.
But what I love about it is he doesn't force shots. Province does not force shots.
No, he doesn't. He's smart. That's a loose ball, and that's a loose ball, and Kenny Faulkner. I can't help but laugh right here. So what you got, there's not a lot of, just a ton of room. But Kenny Faulkner's trying to make a call down here in that scramble, and he gets tangled up with Coach Cornett, who is just pumped, and all he can do is laugh. And they're going to get, that's a good call. Yep. Bruce with a
push.
Yep. Trying to get that board, and you're not going to get away with that.
Well, I'll tell you this. Coach Smith, the assistant over here, he's going to do a better job of handling his duties on the bench because he is just letting it get out of hand. So
I'm telling you, they get excited now.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. There's Robbins, who's going to dunk it. How about that? And look at that rim rock.
And a perfect no-look backwards pass to Ryan Brown. He didn't mean to do that, but he couldn't have thrown a better pass. He was looking at him. They needed that.
Three-pointer going up. It's buried.
What do you do, Ryan?
I don't know. That's the thing is, you know, we kind of talked about it last night because we spend so much time talking about Province and Brown, but you got the other three that just absolutely can beat you.
You just have to hope they miss.
There's a foul. I think it's called on Gabe Spray.
I'll tell you, this team to me, this Cedar Ridge team is eerily similar to the Cedar Ridge team I played back in 2008. They were so good. They won 38 straight games. They beat us in the finals NEA. We were able to beat them, return the favor in the regional semifinals that year. But they were so disciplined, fundamentally sound. All five could play. They were just so good. And this team reminds me so much of that team.
Well, to me, this Timberwolves team reminds me of the early 2000 Lakers. I mean, you got Kobe, you got Shaq, and then you got everybody around them.
Derek Fisher, Robert Horry. I see it.
I mean, come on now. There's a foul, and ICC's going to take it out underneath.
Well, I guess that'd make Coach Cornette Phil Jackson.
Well, Phil's got about a foot and a half on him.
In fairness, he won a state championship prior at his previous stop at Norfolk, which is what Phil Jackson did in Chicago.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So,
I mean, that is a good point.
Spray going to pull up for three, and that's in. I told you before it ever – as soon as it left his hand, you could just tell it was in.
And official Kenny Faulkner there was some words exchanged after that, and I appreciate the official saying, hey, stop. Let's not do that. Let's keep playing. And then Easton Griffin. Easton Griffin's having a night.
When he gets going,
yeah,
he is just dangerous.
He absolutely is.
11 for both he and Providence at this point.
Shot going up, and it's good.
Robbins with some touch from the free throw line.
Garrett, that goal is still shaking from the dunk. It's still shaking. That was 2 minutes ago.
It is. You're right. And
I mean,
still
play has stopped since then.
That's like shooting at the fair with the goal moving on you.
Yeah, that's true. They're at a disadvantage right now with that thing rocking. Hey, we sit here and talk a lot about Coach Cornette and the enthusiasm and excitement they have. You can't beat the intensity of Kyle McCandless down there.
No.
He's it doesn't matter that they're trailing right now. He is coaching his butt off.
He will coach start to finish no matter what.
Oh, man. I thought that was going to be a big play, but turnover. Now let's see what Providence can do. Oh, man.
The easiest shot of the night, and he missed that one.
Yeah.
I bet he doesn't miss another one of those.
Probably not. To the bucket, and he completes it. Now he gets to go to the free throw line for a three-pointed play. And Easton Griffin is limping just a little bit. He's just trying to walk it off. I think he's okay. He's going to come out.
I think if I were him, I'd walk down the sideline just a little, try to stay loose,
make
sure it doesn't tighten up on me. Barber going to get it over to Brown. He thought about that three. He's thought about a couple of them so far. Rare miss. That three rims out.
Three going up. It is buried.
He doesn't miss those. I'm telling you, when he's in rhythm and he steps into a shot.
ICC has put themselves back in this ball game. They were down by 18 points. If they can get a stop here and go get some more before the half,
it's a ball game.
Absolutely.
Providence needs to take control right here.
And they'll have a lot to say about that here in the next 18 seconds or so. They're going to hold, and they're waiting till 10. Here we go, down to 8 on the shot clock.
Unfazed, I'm telling you. They got something. Look at this. They're going to get a good shot out. Oh, good decision there by Spray to cut that off.
Well, and that's going to probably work out in their favor, a foul on the floor.
Smart foul.
Yep.
Because Spray was going, he was headed to the rim.
Absolutely. That's a great foul if you're Cedar Ridge. Now they're going to probably hold until this last possession here.
Spray's going to get a shot.
And on the play, Spray hit the backboard, and that thing's shaking again. So, it's a factor for them shooting the
It's
shooting
working
the
right now, so maybe they need to keep the rim moving.
maybe so. I don't know.
They're going to look to get the ball to Spray, and here it comes. Now he's going to get a good look. I told you, and that's going to
he banks it in.
I heard him call board.
Wow.
35-27, and Gabe Spray has pulled the Cougars within 8. He has 17 of the 27. Let that man heat up, and he's going to go for 40. Let's see how the second half plays out.
All right, we will send it to an extended break here on the NEA Sports Network.
Empower, NEA Sports, and KJNB are gearing up to bring you the 2025 Northeast Arkansas Baseball and Softball Media Day. Wednesday, March 12th. Boys and girls high school baseball and softball teams from across the area will be on hand for interviews and to talk about the upcoming season. Wednesday, March 12th, go to KJNBTV.com to watch this important event live. KJNB, this is home.
Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
The Arts and Sciences Division at A&C is where education comes to life. Quality teaching is our hallmark, delivered by dedicated instructors passionate about your success. We lay the groundwork for transfer degrees, ensuring a seamless transition to universities. The Arts and Sciences Division offers an assortment of associate degrees, technical certificates, and certificates of proficiency. All of this comes at a fraction of the cost because we believe in accessible education without compromising quality. Experience the best of both worlds with our unique blend of face-to-face and online courses. Forge lifelong connections through vibrant social interactions. Join us at A&C, where inspiration meets innovation and your journey to a brighter future begins. Your adventure starts here. Enroll today and unlock your potential.
For 50 years, Black River Technical College has offered quality, affordable education to prepare students for the job they want. We're here to help you make a better life for yourself and your family. We're Black River Technical College.
Whether it's your home or your business, Delta Glass is Northeast Arkansas's clear choice for superior glass products and services. Delta Glass is known for their internally produced insulated glass units, providing quick and precise replacements for most all windows. If you've just completed your dream home or a recent remodel, Delta Glass provides the most sought-after custom shower enclosures and mirrors in the industry. Storefront glazing can create an inviting professional atmosphere for any business facility. Delta Glass specializes in custom design and fabricated storefront systems for all sizes and styles. If you're in need of superior glass products and services that are second to none in the region, call Delta Glass today at 870-520-6290 or visit them on Dan Avenue in Jonesboro.
Southland Gin Incorporated, located at 900 Highway 135 North in Lake City, Arkansas, is a proud supporter of the state champion Riverside Lady Rebels softball team.
Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820.
When I was growing up, I would chop cotton occasionally for my dad. He let me start working with him at the gin when I was 16. We have about 15 family farms that we are working with through the gin. A lot of those are descendants of farmers who helped raise me in the cotton gin, and now I'm starting to see the third generation. I feel like as a ginner and also as a producer that we have to do our best job for the consumer. We are trying this by being able to trace this back with DNA, to be able to not just say this is what it is, this is where it came from, but being able to prove that. All you have is your word and your work.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be a part of the Central team.
We are Straister Brothers Construction in Blytheville, and we build industry. We're one of Middle America's top providers of construction, engineering, and design services since 1980. We are a debt-free company, own our own equipment, and complete projects on time and on budget. So from conception to completion, Straister Brothers offers all the services needed for your next industrial build. Straister Brothers Construction, we build industry. For more info, visit StraisterBrothers.com.
A Ritter Go-Getter gets everything done, and Ritter Gig Internet can handle a ton. You'll create art for the whole world to see, find new ways to support all your teams, and arrange new arrangements for arranging your screens. You'll game, you'll stream, you'll bike till you can't, create filtered water for you and your plants, or watch video instructions for hemming your pants. With Ritter Internet, look at all you'll accomplish, connect all your devices, and, schmabomplish? With Wi-Fi this fast, there can be none better, so get in touch and be a Ritter Go-Getter.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people in all our locations, this is home. Apply online.
Get a burger. I ain't had one in a couple days.
All right, we have returned here to Lake City, Arkansas. It is 35-27 Cedar Ridge. ICC will get the ball to start the second half. And, Doc, what looked like was going to be a blowout by Cedar Ridge as they were up by 18. They had scored 24 points in the first quarter. Gabe Spray
went nuts.
Well, he did. He put his team on his back, and he did. He went nuts. He has 17 of the 27 for ICC, putting them back in this down 8.
I know he hit 3 really big shots late.
Look here, there's an offensive rebound. Didn't think about it. He's going to pull up for 3, and it's good. And it is a 5-point game, 35-30, as Kaysen Black drills one from the corner.
That's a big-time shot, and this one is this is a barn burner at this point.
No doubt. Rylan Brown's going to spot it up for 3, and I don't know how in the world.
As soft as it gets off the back of the rim.
How does that even happen?
It doesn't happen often.
No. Well, what a response, and that's what Cedar Ridge does. They respond.
So many weapons. Bruce has not taken his eyes off Gabe Spray.
Shot up, no good, and loose ball. This time it's going to be a jump ball.
I'll tell you this, though. That's a little bit of a deep 3 there by Earnhardt, but listen, when you've got a 7-footer in the lane, you can afford to take shots like that and let it hit the rim and let him go get it.
Yeah.
So not necessarily a bad look. A lot of people say, well, that was deep. Well, sometimes you play to your advantage. If you can tip around, get an offensive rebound, anything can happen. Bruce's 3 off the mark, rattles out. Robbins with a rebound. Earnhardt pushes it up the floor. He's going to drive up for 2. Off the glass, no good, secured by Brown. Barber makes a move into Brown. Brown through the contact.
Wow.
That's a tough finish with the left hand there. Hey, I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see these two teams match up again in Hot Springs.
You could. I mean, there's no doubt that could happen. Well, they'll obviously be opposite since they are meeting here in the final. Got a report the Quitman girls got beat tonight.
They did. Barton beat them. They may have been down at Barton.
3-pointer going up from the corner, and it's good. And Cade Yancey delivers for the Cougars. But right back down the floor is Cedar Ridge. Brown thought about it. He will now get it down low on a reverse. No good. And it's out of bounds and off of Ryan Barber, and it will be ICC basketball. Got a final. The Brooklyn Lady Bearcats defeat the Blytheville Chickasaws 49-43. That's a pretty neat story right there for a Brooklyn that entered as a 4 seed in their district tournament.
Wow.
They did. Now, they've had a lot of injuries.
Right.
But, you know, you got to give Coach Weber and those girls a lot of credit in showing some resilience here in the postseason. That's pretty impressive, so congrats to them. 3-pointer going up by Spray. It's short. And ICC's Black comes away with the rebound. I drew a blank on his name. There comes Robbins. Robbins decides to dish it back out instead of going back up.
I'm not sure about this, and our viewers could confirm, but I would assume there's some relation between Cade Yancey.
And I did see him. Yeah.
I would assume.
Chad.
No, not Chad Yancey. I'm talking about.
He was here tonight.
I know, but that's spelled differently.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
That made me think for a minute.
No, Mackenzie Yancey, I believe, is that plays for the girls. we've done away with their roster, but
I don't think that name's spelled differently.
it's spelled differently than Chad Yancey.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Okay.
I've known him my whole life.
Well, I've known him for a long time, but
No E, there's just a Y.
okay.
Let's get back to action here.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to distract.
You did. You had me down a rabbit hole. 4:13 to go, 41-33 Cedar Ridge.
That is something you don't see very often. A lob pass into another lob. Deflected away. Good defense there by the Timberwolves.
Brown's going to shoot a three. No good. It's tipped, and somehow Ryan Barber's the guy that comes away with it. Barber going to go down low. Brown's going to, no, he gets stolen away. And now here comes Arnhart, who gets a shot blocked by Province. Province has shown that he can block some shots. He can get up now.
Plays very well on both ends of the floor.
Kason Black was the kid that stole it away down here on the defensive end. Arnhart to Black. Black going up, and he got it. Nice move.
Finish. That's a good decision there. Up and under for 2. 6-point game. Good move by Barber. I think he might have dunked that if he really wanted to. Lays it up and over the rim.
All right, an 8-point game. That's the way we started this half. Now 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Robbins is going to take the shot, and he knocks it down.
Robbins playing really well tonight. Didn't get the start, but he has contributed significantly off the bench. He has 8.
2 minutes, 42 seconds. And 20 on the shot clock. Province, patient. He gets the shot off. It's no good. And we're going to have it. Well, it's going to be Arnhart that comes away with it. Here comes Spray. He's up, and they're going to say it's on the floor.
Close to being off the floor when he shot it, but got the foul just early enough. Cedar Ridge going to call a timeout here.
Cedar Ridge is going to take a timeout. It will be
full timeout.
A full timeout. We'll take 1, 2, and be back here in a moment.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
Back here live, and we reported Brooklyn had beat Blytheville, but had someone respond and say that Brooklyn beat Highland. Bottom line is Brooklyn won their regional tournament, so we can say that in girls action.
Blytheville boys were in the finals. Who did they play?
That I do not know.
They beat Westside in a thriller in the semis.
Yeah, my son said that Honeycutt had 48 points.
And they lost by 2.
I guess so.
I'm not surprised.
No, wait a minute. Are you you're talking about last night then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he said he had 48 points.
He's impressive.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not surprised by that. Typically in a 48-point outing, you win the game, though.
.222 to go here in the third quarter. Into what was Black. 3 going up, and that is an air ball. And
does not happen often.
No, you're right. He will be just fine. He will probably knock down the next one he shoots. Now, I will say this, Spray's been stuck on 17, and Province has been stuck on 11 for a while. Thank you to Georgia Ratcliffe she is right. Brooklyn beat Highland in girls. All right, drive to the bucket. Barber up and good. It's back to an 8-point game.
Well, let's say this. Oftentimes out of a timeout, we alluded to last night, great coaches get points after a timeout. Cedar Ridge did not have the basketball. They were on defense when the timeout was called. But I'm sure the next offensive possession was discussed, and sure enough, they reel off an easy bucket out of that timeout.
Drive to the hoop, and he makes it.
It's a strong right-handed finish by Griffin.
Another good play for Griffin tonight. He has been very, very good.
Spray has not scored this quarter, and I think that's the difference in why they've been unable to cut this deficit.
Well, I mean, he's got to have some help at some point, too. So.
I agree.
And Robbins can't handle it on the pass, and it'll go out of bounds, and it looks like ICC is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take one, too. Be back here in a moment. Back here live as Cedar Ridge leads this one 47-37. ICC, Coach Kyle McCandless takes a timeout. I think he's got 2 left. Cedar Ridge, I believe, has at least 3 timeouts left. So it's turned out to be a good ball game. But ICC is going to have to make some noise here. Try to cut this lead down. First thing they got to do is get a stop on this next possession. And soon to be checking in for ICC will be Benjamin. How do you want to say that? Tushik?
Tushik.
We're trying to get a camera situated, so bear with us, folks. Three-pointer going up. No good. Rebound. Going to kick it back out the corner. Three-pointer going up again. That time it's good.
It's a big answer right there. You can't give them second chance looks. Nope. Providence makes them pay.
Certainly not him. All right, they're going to run it down, take one shot, it looks like, down to 10. And it's good.
It's a tough left-handed finish by Arnhart.
Yep.
And
he'll walk.
There's got to be some time on the clock.
Oh, Lord, that almost went in. So now Coach McCandless questioning maybe the time.
I believe there should probably be about 1.2 on the clock.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to ask for. 1.1, I heard. I'm not a good lip reader, but Kenny Faulkner made that pretty clear to the scores table.
I think that's about right.
So they will have a chance to get a shot off here.
Catch and dribble with 1.1.
Yep. Well, you know who they're going to try to get it to. That's who it is, and a contested shot going up, no good. And that will end the third quarter with Cedar Ridge leading at 50-39 on the NEA Sports Network.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
We are back here live, fourth quarter action. Cedar Ridge leading this one 50-39. And at one point, ICC, they had it at 8. They got a little bit closer than that.
No, they cut it to 5, I know, 35-30 at least. So I know it got down to at least 5.
And then Cedar Ridge went up as much as 13. So now back to an 11-point game.
It's just hard to overcome a deficit to this team. They're just too disciplined to give up too big of a lead. Got one more quarter, 8 minutes to settle it. Tough shot. Maybe a little bit of contact there, no foul. Providence going to walk the ball up the floor, take his time. Very patient. They're patient, but they're efficient. ICC needs to string together a couple stops, see if they can cut this to 6 or 7. Not when Brown gets the ball right there.
He's pumped.
As he should be.
52-39, 7:14 to go in this basketball game.
Very balanced scoring attack. Brown with 12, Griffin with 13, Providence with 14. So those three doing a really good job.
And there'll be a foul on the floor. And Robbins is going to check back into the game for ICC.
He's done a really good job, as I said earlier. He's playing some big-time minutes. They need him in the ballgame.
Raleigh, give them space to get through. Just give them enough space to get through.
Mopping up some sweat down there in the end zone.
Good, Easton.
Spray's got it. That was a dangerous pass. Three-pointer from way out, and he buried it. I mean, that barely touched the net. And back to a 10-point game. He is impressive. Easton Griffin fires. That time no good, but long rebound for Cedar Ridge. That was Barber that had it, and a 30-second timeout for Coach Fournette. And again, we'll take 1-2 and be back here in a moment.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
Back here in Lake City, it is a 10-point lead for Cedar Ridge, and they have the basketball over on the Cedar Ridge bench. It's been a well-officiated game by these three veteran officials, Kenny Faulkner, Kevin Simmons, and I'm just simply drawing a blank on the other official's name. It's the first one he's done in the tournament, I think, but he did some, I think, last week in the district. And once again, kind of content to run a little clock here. Has no reason to be in a hurry. Providence, Brown in trouble, but Providence has it in the corner, and it's no good. Rebound, Gabe Spray. Off to Arnhart, going to push it to Black. I don't know why I keep drawing a blank on that kid's last name. I want to keep calling him Bruce, but they've got Lawson Bruce. To the rack, and Gabe Spray finds another way to score. It's an 8-point game, 5:45 to go in the fourth.
Game high 22 now for Spray.
Brown back to Barber. I think Barber might have walked, and there's the foul.
It's going to be charged to Spray. That's his third. They're going to call it on the shot, so Brown to the free throw line for 2.
Back to a 9-point game. That one just rimmed out.
Strong rebound there by Robbins. This game stays at 9. Cougars need a bucket here.
Drive by Spray over the corner, 3 going up, no good. Tipped in by
Benson Black.
Okay,
you do it again.
There was a bundle of them in there, but how about that?
Great job there by Black.
I'll tell you what, Cason Black, he's a pretty good athlete now. He's made some very athletic moves in this game, in this tournament.
He's into double figures now with 11.
Robbins.
It's a good job of contesting the shot,
really
not
is.
fouling.
Yep,
there.
yep.
Oftentimes when you're that tall, you have a tendency to want to come down to block the shot. Robbins does a great job of staying vertical.
Here's that time. Oh, man, Rylan Brown.
That was the body, though.
Wow.
That's a great job by Brown initiating the body contact. Because in that scenario, Robbins is straight up. But when he leans into him with that body, that draws the foul, and he's able to finish through it.
Well, also what needs to be said is the move that he made to get open. And here comes Spray. Spray runs out of room. They're going to give off to Arnhart for 3, and he buries it.
That was pretty. Perfectly in rhythm, stepped straight into that shot. That was just a thing of beauty.
A 6-point basketball game.
ICC battling, Province there, and you just knew. You
did. And here's the thing: he's right here in front of us, dribbling the ball, and he acts like he's just like at home, just chilling. I mean, he went right around that. There's no pressure. No, he's so poised,
cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, and
that's
Brown.
A bad foul. I know it doesn't put him to the line yet, but it's only a second.
Well,
that's not a great foul other than slow everything down a little bit.
It's a good point, and also that Brown is not nearly as quick as what Spray's going to be. He's not going to steal it right there. Oh my goodness! The fact that even had a prayer of going in is something. And look at Barber. He comes away. Barber always seems to come away with a loose ball. I feel like he always finds a way to come away with a loose ball.
They just play so hard.
Yeah.
They put themselves in the right spot at the right time. Time is your best
And he's
friend,
just
your
calm.
Cedar Ridge.
He's just as calm as he can be.
Absolutely. They all are.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
There's no nervousness, no anxiety. They're just taking their time with the basketball. Cedar Ridge ICC continuing to battle. Get the ball into Brown. When you have the weapons that they have, you can be calm. There's no need to panic. Back to an 11-point
So they're saying
lead.
a 30-second, but they'll have to take a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take one, too, here on the NEA Sports Network.
Empower, NEA Sports, and KJNB are gearing up to bring you the 2025 Northeast Arkansas Baseball and Softball Media Day. Wednesday, March 12th. Boys and girls high school baseball and softball teams from across the area will be on hand for interviews and to talk about the upcoming season. Wednesday, March 12th, go to KJNBTV.com to watch this important event live. KJNB, this is home.
Life is filled with important moments. Let Farm Bureau be with you during all of them. Our team is part of your community. Because at Farm Bureau Insurance of Arkansas, we will be there when it matters.
We have returned here to Lake City, an 11-point lead yet again for Cedar Ridge. It's just, you know, it seems like every single time ICC gets some sort of comeback, they get close, they'll cut the lead in half. Then one of these Timberwolves finds a way to respond and score. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. ICC has the ball down 11. Gabe Spray for three, and he delivers.
He finds a way to get him back in it.
Yeah, you can't give him that look.
25 now in the game for Spray. He's still the game high.
Almost picked that one on a long pass. And now over to the corner, Lawson Bruce will give to Griffin. Griffin over to Barber. Barber's going to.
Coach Cornett really
guarded.
big.
They got to be, real careful on the 5-second call. And Coach Cornett will take a timeout. He's getting close to being out now. Full timeout. And we'll send it to a break here on the NEA Sports Network.
Empower, NEA Sports, and KJNB are gearing up to bring you the 2025 Northeast Arkansas Baseball and Softball Media Day. Wednesday, March 12th. Boys and girls high school baseball and softball teams from across the area will be on hand for interviews and to talk about the upcoming season. Wednesday, March 12th, go to KJNBTV.com to watch this important event live. KJNB, this is home.
Back here in Lake City, chatting with longtime veteran official Kevin Simmons. He said that he has had 2 of their games and did their district final last week.
Well, he had them recently then.
Yeah. Well, I think it's only fair if they make the state finals that he refs that one, right?
Yeah.
We'll put a plug in for him.
He gets to be in that moment too then.
I wonder if we could ever get an official to mic up for a ball game. I think we could talk them into doing that.
That'd be enjoyable.
I don't think that would be allowed, but that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, maybe a retired one such as Brandon PC.
Well, that would be big time entertainment. Timeout again as they were about to get the 5-second call, and I think they have 1 timeout left. He's got a full and a 30, so they're trying to make a decision. We'll just stay right here, and we're going to do that for the remainder of this ball game. Doc, it's been an eventful evening.
Yeah, a little stressful early on.
Very much so for us. We were certainly me trying to get on the air for that girls' game, but you know, I wish I could stay as calm as these Timberwolves do.
I think you've lost a little extra hair tonight.
Well, I probably have. I can see myself there on the camera right now, and it's not looking good.
I try not to look at myself anymore.
Yeah. 2:34 to go in this game, and Easton Griffin will take the ball out of bounds right here in front of us to the bucket, and look at that. Look at that.
Timeout and call right there to draw up a set for Providence to shoot a wide-open layup. Very well done.
Man, Spray, he gets to the rim, and he was being held on that play, and he still scored. Yeah, he is definitely he's not going anywhere in this game. Loose ball, and Griffin would probably have liked a foul call there. I think they do call it on Arnhart, and it will stay in possession of Cedar Ridge. Get it on out. Gonna run some clock now. There's the Brown, and force that one up out of bounds, and it's going to stay in possession of Cedar Ridge, and they still have 17 seconds of shot clock to work with.
They're going to run it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless they get a wide open look out of this out of bounds set.
Layups and free throws, Doc. Layups and free throws.
It's exactly what Providence is going to do.
And he's going to bring it right. And here's one thing that, you know, to be able to bring it out, you got to be able to trust your guards that they're going to handle the ball and not turn it over. And, I mean, he's got a good arsenal of guards. Still didn't get it off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
They didn't get the shot off. That's the right call. It was a shot clock violation.
Well,
almost.
It was close, but, yeah, I think that that is the right call. I think what Coach Cornett, he was wanting a foul call about 3 or 4 seconds earlier there.
I think they could have potentially called a foul there on the shot by Providence. It was close. But, again, in these moments, you like for them to allow a little bit of contact maybe without altering the shot. It would have been a tough look for Providence either way.
Minute 25 to go, 8-point game. ICC trying to cut into this lead.
You have to have a bucket on this possession.
Yep.
So the ball's going to get in the hands of Spray in some form. There it is, and there it is. I told you. I mean, you just know.
Good
you
call.
just know. 5-point game. It's the closest it's been since the first quarter.
And there's a foul. And here's the thing. ICC, okay, so the next foul will be free throw, so probably good to go ahead and get that out of the way.
You got to get that one out of the way so that you can try for a steal. It's not out of the possibility, but you've got to try to get the ball back. You can't afford to let the game get down here. You want the ball out of Providence's hands, but 5-second call.
Yeah.
So 62-57. We've not done a great job of keeping the score updated, I guess, but 62-57 with 47 seconds left. ICC not in a hurry, but absolutely should be. I'm unsure of Spray's going to take the shot.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, my.
It's a good kick out, though.
Arnhart now. Back to Arnhart. 3 going up. It's good. It is 62-60.
Wow. Got to foul. You have to foul. Even if it's Providence, you're going to have to foul. That's the right call.
So I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think you had a little bit of time to work with.
You want to
and give it. I don't want him on the free throw.
I agree, but you have to lengthen the game. You have to lengthen the game because if he doesn't give that ball up until 13 seconds, he steps in the line and hits 2. Even if he doesn't get the ball up at all, he doesn't have to. He crosses half court. He could dribble till you foul him or the time runs out.
Well, I mean, and you got to attempt to force him to give the ball away, and he did. He did. 62-60.
Now what do? You know the ball's going to Spray. You know Gabe Spray is going to have the basketball in some form or fashion.
And I wonder if he's got – I'd take a timeout if you had one.
Listen, if I'm ICC, I get the ball in his hands from start to finish. There's no way I run him off a screen because he may not get the basketball. Exactly right here. He's got the ball in his hands. He's taking the shot to send it to overtime.
I'm fouling.
If you're Cedar Ridge, I think you have to foul and force it out of his hand.
100% foul right here.
You've got 2 fouls to give.
Timeout. Now they may talk about it.
This is exactly what you do on an inbounds pass. You let Spray dribble for just a second and you foul him. You waste 2 seconds. Then you make him take the ball out again. You do the same thing. You foul him again. That's only 4 fouls. Then there's 5-6 seconds on the clock. At that point, as soon as they inbound it, you foul. With 5 seconds to go, you're going to send them to the line to shoot 2 free throws and never give them a chance to shoot a 3. That's exactly what you have to do in this moment. You are in a perfect spot from a foul situation that you can afford to do that. Do not, under any circumstance, if you're Cedar Ridge, you cannot let Gabe Spray get a 3 off, or anybody for that matter. Arnhart just drained one.
Yeah.
You can't let him shoot a 3 in this spot.
I 100% foul in this situation, and I very much trust that they're going to get a rebound. They're going to get the rebound. They're not going to get the chance to miss one and get it back out there. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I like my chances if I'm Cedar Ridge in that.
I'll say this: if the ball goes into anybody but Spray at this point, it's not a knock on any of their guys at all. If it goes into anybody but Spray, let a little bit of time come off before. As soon as Spray looks like he's about to catch it, you have to foul. You absolutely have to foul. You cannot let Gabe Spray beat you. If you're ICC, you don't want to force a look, but you've got to be quick in getting a good look for Spray before a foul can be committed. Here he comes. He's got it. You got to foul. You've got to foul. If you're Ryland Brown, you've got to come foul him right now. That's a good foul.
They do.
That's a great foul. That is perfectly executed in that spot.
Yep.
Now there's 5 on the clock. You do it again. As soon as they inbound it, you do it again. And then you do it again, and then send them to the free throw line.
Well, and the fact that you've got the fouls to give as well, just don't do it on a shot.
No, but you foul immediately. Right now. Foul him right now. Don't let him shoot
They're
it.
going to get it off, and it's no good.
You live
And
die by
Cedar
that.
Ridge is going to win this basketball game. They have won the regional tournament championship 63-60. How about that?
You live and die with that, though, if you're ICC. That's a good look for Gabe Spray, one that he makes way too often. So it just is what it is. Hey, you battled start to finish. You never quit. You were down double digits multiple times in this game. You found a way to get it to your guy with a game on the line. He had a chance to tie. You live with that. You build off that. And, hey, you play your butt off this next week and you meet them again in the finals in Hot Springs.
Well, hey, hats off, number one, to ICC for making the comeback that they did. They were down by 18 points. And, Doc, they have been down they were down by 22 against Riverside last week. They don't go away. They fight, and they have a really, really good shot of making a nice run in the state tournament.
They certainly do. You love to see that. You love to see that prayer at the end of the game, and that's what it's all about.
And out loud. I like
Absolutely.
it, too. Everybody can hear it. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What a hard-fought game. What a
Look at
battle.
that. That's great coverage right there. These Cedar Ridge fans are pumped and excited, and that's just awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So here we go, presentation. Doc, I'm going to let you do a little narration right here.
Well, it's going to be so quick. It's going to be hard for me to say each of the names here, but just a great job, ICC. Going to get the trophy for regional runner-up. Nothing at all to hang their heads about. What a battle that was. Cedar Ridge going to get the trophy now for regional champion. Kyle Providence going to get the trophy from Riverside Athletic Director Jason Durham, and what a battle that was. I want to talk about this for a second. Gabe Spray, for the third consecutive game in this regional tournament, scores 30 points. Tremendous effort by him and the rest of the Cougars. Made shot after shot to climb back in this one. So just a tremendous basketball game. Thankful we were able to cover it.
Good shot there of the trophy. Man, these guys are excited. You can just tell.
They should be. All the momentum in the world. They get to host the state tournament next week. So
there's all-tournament team.
Noah Watson from Bay.
Hudson
Rorix from Sloan Hendricks. Boy, he put on a show that first-round game. Had nearly 30 points and in an overtime tough loss to East Poinsett County.
That's a player right there.
He'll be back next year, just a junior. From Rector, Cash Lindsay.
Congrats to Cash on a very successful career at Rector. Scored over 1,000 points and had a really good senior season.
That is awesome.
It looks like he's wearing house shoes.
Yeah, those are house shoes.
He's relaxed.
From Riverside, Brayson Timms. What a career he had.
No
over
doubt.
1,000 points in his career.
One of my all-time favorite Riverside Rebels right there.
Loved watching him play. Hated to see all those guys end the way that it did, but just a tremendous career for all of 3,000 point scorers on that team. So pretty impressive. From EPC, Jacob Gaines and Tyrus Reel. Both of those two tremendous players. We saw them this morning, coverage of that. They're both super talented.
Don't know if they're here tonight.
From Tuckerman, Amare Neal and Jordan Watson, both well-deserved. They battled again this morning. They beat East Poinsett County in that consolation game, and what a game it was.
Yeah, that was a fun game today. One of the best games we've covered this season.
Certainly was.
It's a good look at them.
From Izard County, Gabe Spray.
Now for the two teams on the floor. Gabe Spray, Izard County. That is very well-deserved. Kason Black, also well-deserved. Cash Arnhart. Three tremendous players. What effort tonight. Just a
And from Cedar Ridge, Kyle Providence.
fun group to watch. From Cedar Ridge, Kyle Province, Rylan Brown, Lawson Bruce, and Easton Griffin. So what a great job by all of those guys. Just so much talent on the floor right now. All of these guys represented their schools well, battled, and it's just so much fun to watch them this week. State tournament be in Newark next week, home of the Timberwolves. Cedar Ridge gets to running off a regional championship. They get to host the state tournament. So not a far drive for us, thankfully. We'll get to catch some games.
That's and at I like to call the Palace. It is a palace over there. I mean, it's great. There's a good look at that regional championship trophy again. And Doc, first off, I want to say thank you to you for joining me the last 2 days in a row. It was good to call games with you like the old days, and this is a good way to wrap up our 2024-2025 basketball season.
Well, thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you letting me on the mic. It's an honor and a privilege, and I enjoy more than anything being able to call games with you. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. I want to thank the Riverside administration for allowing NEA Sports and trusting NEA Sports to come in and cover this regional tournament for a second season in a row. A lot of schools don't get the opportunity to host a regional 2 years in a row. I'm going to say they probably won't get to do that again next year. So we've been spoiled. Northeast Arkansas has been spoiled by getting the opportunity to come here the last 2 years, because they do basketball and they do tournaments, and you'll find out in baseball when they do district this year, better than anybody.
They do a tremendous job.
And it is a community effort by Lake City and Caraway citizens, I want to give a huge shout out to Jason Durham, because you got to have a guy that understands sports and has organized and can get things done, and people trust him, and he gets that community support. So I can't thank them enough for everything that they've done to make this tournament a huge success.
Well, thank you again. It was an honor to be here. Some great games. Just thank you to all of our athletes, the way you battled, competed. You make this job fun, so I enjoyed it.
With all that being said, and I hope, and we've already talked about it, we have a baseball schedule that we will start. We have Media Day that we have advertised for the last 2 weeks coming up on Wednesday, March 12th. We will have, as of right now, we got around 40 to 45 teams that will be in attendance. I anticipate that number to go up a little bit more, maybe closer to 50. So it'll be a fun-filled day for sure of that. And then we'll talk about that full-blown season, in which we will broadcast, of course, right here at Riverside. I'm not going to lie, Cedar Ridge has got a really good baseball team. I'd like to find a way to cover them at some point as well. So with all that being said, just wanted to throw that out there. But this is a wrap on our basketball season. I've got several people to thank real quick that have helped in this crew. First off, Marcus Carlton is the guy who does some announcing with us, but is here behind the scenes. We wouldn't have had a broadcast tonight without him.
And the good Lord. So
and the good Lord, without question.
Out.
That is a good point, and I think a bunch of us were praying, and we got it on, thankfully. But he's a guru when it comes to this stuff. He's been with me for a long time, and a big shout-out to him. Nolan Smith, my dad, came over. It's a joy for me to get to call games with him. My son behind the scenes does it. Guys, you're not watching any of this right now, and that is a tiresome, can be a boring job. Clay Clayton, who has ran a camera last week and a bunch of this season as well. Brad Davis has called several games with you guys at Suncom, does a tremendous job. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I hope I'm not. I also want to say this. My little girl has been sick for the last 2 weeks with RSV. My wife has had to stay home. sick as well, and allowing me to get to be able to come and do this. I know you appreciate that as well, because your wife does the same thing for you, and she's got 2 little ones to take care of. I've got a big one and a little one.
Yeah, you do.
And he's can act like a little one sometimes too. So, but all that being said, great coverage right here, by the way, of the nets being cut down here at Riverside. So I say all that to say thank you to so many involved. And we don't get to do this without a lot of our sponsors, a lot of local people that care about, not about NEA sports, they care about their teams and these players and people pouring in to these student athletes that aren't related to them.
Oh, no.
It's all about school spirit and stuff, right?
It is, and it means a lot. And I tell you, as a former athlete, you're thankful in the moment, but you're really thankful down the road, and it just means a lot.
Yeah. So with all that being said, we've watched some great basketball all season long. As I always say, I am for every Northeast Arkansas school that goes and competes in a state tournament across the state, whether they're at Truman in the 1A, whether they're at Cedar Ridge in 2A next week, Tech's hosting in 5A. There's a lot of Northeast Arkansas state tournaments going on, and then, of course, 3 and 4A going off to different places.
I wish nothing but the best for all of them. I hope we bring back multiple state championships to this area, and it's just such a joy, and it gives us more to talk about next season. So good luck to everybody.
Can you believe it is March 1st, and it feels like not that long ago we were having Basketball Media Day in November?
It goes by in a hurry.
Definitely.
Enjoy it while it's here.
Absolutely. Congrats to Cedar Ridge and to ICC. Again, good luck to all of our teams. For tonight's crew, Clay Clayton, Easton Fletcher, Marcus Carlton, the doctor.